In this video, I'm going to take a very quick look at the shot quality in the last 5 possessions against the Jazz. This is not a detailed analysis of the possession, just a little bit of commentary on whether the Raptors were able to get a quality look in those key possessions against the Jazz towards the end there. So Siakam is going to get 2 opportunities to shoot on this possession. It's Lowry and him running a pick and roll or a pick and pop here, and right here's the first one. So Gobert went to deal with Lowry, and now Siakam has ample space, in my opinion, to sort of take this 3-point shot. He's not been shooting well from 3 in general, but man, there is a lot of space right here. Like, this is a pretty decent amount of space for him to shoot. He passes this opportunity up and instead will try to drive right here, and at this point he picks up his dribble and Gobert is right there. There's not much room for maneuvering here for Siakam, and he's going to throw up a bit of a wild shot, which I don't even know if it hits the rim. Yeah, no, it's an air ball. So not a great possession there by Siakam. I think he probably should have taken that 3 which was presented early on. Instead takes a tougher shot and it leads to nothing really. On this one, the play is for Lowry, who will actually go down here and then come across a screen this way, hopefully with some space around him so he can unleash a shot. But as you can see, the Jazz do a pretty good job of covering that. There goes Lowry. At this point, he is waiting for Siakam to set a screen for him, so he sort of comes around. But you'll notice that that screen doesn't really have the effect that the Raptors would ideally like it to have. You'll see here, so he fights around it, and now Lowry's in a one-on-one situation right here. That's a one-on-one play, and he will try to now drive. Look at the shot clock, 9 seconds left. Still a lot of time here, but I don't know if the Raptors have enough time to run a play. I don't know if they have a set play in their mind. So what Lowry does here, he just decides to go one-on-one and takes what is arguably, or even statistically, quite possibly the least efficient shot in the game, which is the long 2, and more or less it's contested. So it's not a surprise that the Raptors missed this one. This play is more or less Fred doing a heat check with plenty of time on the clock and down 2. So notice the time on the clock. You have 24 seconds in the game and you have 19 seconds on the clock, so ample time to run a play and run this clock down. Maybe with a 3 you take the lead, or with a 2 you tie the game. But what the Raptors try to do is, I don't even know what they try to do. It's not even a 2-for-1 situation. So Fred will just come in here and just pop one up from distance. Like, he uses that Siakam screen, which is a pretty good screen. I mean, Siakam does create enough space for him, and depending on how you feel about Fred, that is a shot that he has sort of made this season. So you can argue that this is a half decent shot, even though it's with plenty of time on the clock. The Raptors just get unlucky and it barely grazes the rim. So maybe a good possession, maybe not. It's 50-50 for me. It just depends on how confident you are in Fred's long-range shooting ability. The Raptors are down 3 here, and they elect to go for a quick 2, and it's a very quick pick and roll here run by Lowry and Siakam. It's pretty far away from the rim, so the defense is a little stretched, and Siakam does a really good job of just like rolling really hard right to the rim off the Lowry pass. So just I'll roll this here. Pretty straightforward play here, but pretty nice finish by Siakam here with Gobert on him. This is the last possession of the game, and I guess the Raptors here decide to go with Siakam. Statistically, is he the best option? Absolutely not. There is no doubt about it. OG is better, Norm is better, Lowry's better, Fred VanVleet is better. Even Chris Boucher from 3 is better than Siakam at this point. So I don't really understand this play, but the action is fairly good. I mean, if you look at the screens the Raptors are setting right here, I mean, Norm has set a pretty decent screen here on pretty much a couple of Jazz players. You could argue that's an illegal screen as I roll this, but Siakam does get a fairly decent look here. He catches it. The pass is not great by Lowry. Look how much Siakam has to kind of bend to catch this ball, and that kind of puts him not in the greatest shooting position once he does actually manage to gather. I'll clear this here, and like he even stumbles it a little bit, so he had to take an extra dribble there, which also cost him time and rhythm. And at this point, the defense has caught up to him. Norm, he's doing what he can to shield this guy, but this guy is on Siakam. So at this point, it's definitely going to be a contested shot. Not what the Raptors really wanted, but it's not all Siakam's fault. The pass was poor to begin with, and I don't know. It's just a sad end for the Raptors here. Siakam just in and out. Bad luck.